those present and future teachers. So bowing in. And that's it for bowing in. What?
So then just keep going.
Oh, that's
and then I'll
okay.
cut. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. And then, okay, cool. So next is our 3 Qi awakening. It's a 3-part movement. And we'll start by stepping out, shoulder width apart with the right leg. In Qigong like this, we step out with our right leg. And so the first is gathering heavenly energy. So we will, hands here by the dantian. We'll begin to sink slightly and breathe in. Looking out slightly, not craning the neck, but just slightly. And then breathing out as we draw that heavenly energy down. Again, breathing in. Slight bend in the knees. We're not looking to bend super deep. Breathing out, pulling that heavenly energy down towards our dantian, the center of our being. And again, and you can do this 3 to 5 times. When you're done with that, we settle. And then we do gathering earthly chi. So we will breathe in and leading with the wrists. Everything is soft. And then again leading with the wrists. Pulling it back down. Pulling up the earthly energy. And breathing out. And slightly sinking with the breath out. And rising with the breath in. And then going back out. And again, you can do this 3 to 5 times. Whatever you do for the first one, you should do the same number for the second movement. And third movement, we're going to now combine the heavenly and earthly chi. And so we'll pull energy up. We're breathing in, and then I hold the breath and slightly sink and push out, still holding my breath. And then I breathe out as I rise and open the arms. And then I hold the breath as I go down slightly. Again, we're just letting the air out of the knees. We're not bending super deep. Breathing in. Holding it. And breathing out. And holding it. And as you do this again 3 to 5 times, you can imagine, if you'd like, or visualize with intention, silver or gold energy sort of gathering around you for protection during our Qigong exercises, for your Wei Qi field. I'll do it one more time. And then step it back. All right, after our 3 Qi awakening, we're going to warm up the joints. We're going to do a longevity exercise. This will help us to open up the meridians and prepare our body for that energetic Qi flow. So just stand shoulder width apart roughly. We're going to begin by rolling our wrists. And you can do this 10 times one direction. If you want to get really sort of big with it, you can start to get the shoulders and elbows into it. And then we're going to roll in the opposite direction. And you can again start to look like you're almost a conductor in an orchestra, if you'd like, right? We're sort of getting the elbows and shoulders into it. And then after that, we're going to do just our shoulders. We're going to roll them back. Again, 5 to 10 times or so, roll them forward. And then if this is available to you, we want to sort of get a little bit more dynamic with it. So arms swinging. If you can't do this, there's no worries about that. just continue to do shoulder rolls. Then we'll go backwards. About 5 or 10 times. When you're done with that, we'll work on our neck. So we can look left and right. Sort of just starting to touch my chin to the shoulder. We can go up and down. Again, just within your limitation, you don't have to go super extended on anything. And then ear to shoulders. Stretching within your comfort, not forcing anything. Then chin circles. Again, all of these will be 5 to 10 times, depending on your comfortability. And then we switch the directions. Okay, and then again, if it's available to you, we'll take a little bit of a stance here, and we're going to turn the torso so we can have our arms up here and look back behind us. The idea is I don't want to let my knees shift like this. I want to keep them nice and straight. So wherever that is for you, if you feel like your knees start to buckle, that's as far as you can go, and that's okay. The flexibility will come in time. So just looking over the shoulder, back and forward. You don't have to go super fast, you can go slow here. But again, we're just stretching and opening up the torso a little bit. And then we'll let the arms swing. And lightly tap the body. I'll be tapping my side here and my back right here, okay? So arms are swinging lightly. I'm still looking behind me every time I turn. Keeping the knees straight forward, and then the feet in line with that. And then slowly stop. Then we'll go ahead and we will do wrist rolling. And opposite direction. And then after that, we'll go ahead, and you can do that for about 30 seconds each direction. We'll go ahead and step back a little bit into a bow stance, okay? And we're going to pump the hands. So we're gonna be bouncing up and down a little bit on that back foot because it's actually the pump. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and, again, weirdly, we're gonna start to do this. Really rotating the ankle and wrists again. The wrist directions. Then we'll step out the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, we're sort of getting the blood pumping and flowing. We're gonna just rotate. If this is not available to you due to flexibility or movement issues, you can simply just rotate your foot like this in front of you. You can hold on to something like a chair. You could also, for balance, rotate like this as well and hold on to something. We're really focused on just our ankle and our knee joints there. And speaking of knees, next is we'll warm the hands, get them nice and warm. And then we're going to bend down a little bit and we're going to come up like this. So we're gonna sort of reset and come up. We're following that meridian actually. Then we're gonna go down the outside of the knee. We're sort of having a little bit of bounce here, not too much. And then we're gonna circle. So we gotta really warm these guys up, especially as we're getting older and our joints are wearing out. So we gotta be kind to them. We'll be gentle with them, nice. So we're warming them up, doing a little favor. Okay. And then we'll do our hips. So just bring them around town. There's no particular breathing in this. Again, we're just warming up these joints. 5 or 10 times in each direction. Okay. And that should be good. Warm the body up.
Great.
All right, next movement is swing arms. So again, slipping out with the right. You don't want your feet to be too far apart on this because we will be swinging the arms back and forth. And so I'm gonna breathe in as my arms come up and then allowing my body weight to just sink, let the air on my knees a little bit, right? And allow the arms to swing back, okay? So I pause the movement here. And then we breathe back in as they come back up, okay? So full speed, I would breathe in. And I would do 20 to 50. I'll do it from another angle. So, breathing in. So you've got both of those angles now, okay? Key notes for this. I'm allowing the momentum of the arms and the slight sink in my knees to help bring them back up. I'm generating that momentum from my hips and from the knees. I'm not trying to use my shoulder muscles at all during this movement. I want natural flow of the blood to the hands, okay? Another key note is you don't have to go super low, okay? You might see me dropping like that. That's not necessary. You only really need a little bit. Just a little. Okay? We want to be careful with our knees. We want to be careful with our backs and our posture during this. And that is swing arms. Next movement is open heart space. And so we begin with the backs of our hands touching in front of our sternum, okay? And as I breathe in, I open the arms out as if I'm offering or giving my heart. And then I open with the thumbs pointed back. And I don't have to stretch too hard. I don't want to flex and flex the muscles too hard to then inhibit the movement of chi. I just want to pull back to where I'm comfortable, open the heart space up a little bit, and maybe look up just a little bit. So chin might be up just a tad. And then as I breathe out, I'm just bringing all that back. I'm putting the hands here. And the chest becomes concave a little bit, and I round out the shoulders in the back. And then again, and I would do this, you can do this movement 20 to 50 times as well. Again, we're really just opening up, offering ourselves to the world, offering our hearts to the world, to those that we serve, and our families and our friends. So I'll do it from the side as well. So we're here, and again, you can see I've sort of not compromised the structure, but I've curved the back and rounded the lungs. I want to be able to breathe in as much clean air as possible, because everything's stagnant when we're breathing. So I'm opening up. It's a breath in, and then the breath out. And again. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Slight pause, breathing out. So that's from both angles, and that is open the heart space. Next movement is pulling the elbows back. And so again, we'll have just a normal Qigong posture, right? Feet, knees, hips all in line. And last one we ended here. So we'll then make little fists with the thumbs out, okay? Now, if you can, you want your elbows and forearms to be touching. This doesn't have to be the case. Do what's comfortable for you. Again, we're not trying to inhibit the flow of Qi by muscling something. Instead, we want it to be pretty natural, and the flexibility will come over time. So we will breathe in. The thumbs will touch the sides of the chest, right where the chest and shoulder muscles sort of meet. That's one breath in. We're trying to squeeze the rhomboids a little bit in the back, get a little bit of a flex, and then we're going to breathe out. And then we're going to do the sacred sound of which sounds like a snake. So and then breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll do it from the side, and we'll do some key notes. So we're here, breathing in. Breathing in. Then breathing out. That's the movement. Again, we would do this 8, 16, 24, 36 times, depending on the depth of how much grief do I want to release. Do I want for a day, a week, a month, or do I have some deep-seated things that I really need to be working on? Key notes. Again, you'll notice I still am rounding the back, getting a little bit of a different flex for the lungs. The thumbs are pointed out, and then connect with these points here, which helps with the lung meridian, allowing grief to be released, and that organ and that energy of metal to be purged and toned.
This next movement is called pushing the tablet, and we're going to start by simply stepping back with our right foot into sort of a high, what we call bow stance. So my knee is still over my foot here. This back leg is straight. We'll have our hands in front of our heart center here. We'll breathe in, and as we breathe out, we will do the sacred sound. Then we'll breathe in, shifting the hands, and breathe out. And again, breathing in. With these movements, and I'll do it from the side in a second, breathing in, breathing out. We want to be able to ensure that our elbows are being pulled back, sort of brushing the sides if you can, if that flexibility is available to you. And the hand should stop by the ribs. So that way we are toning the lungs. The thumbs are out, and I'm pushing the tablet. I don't want to lean too far forward. I don't want to be too far back. Just right in the middle. So I'll demonstrate from the side as well. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And once you're done, you need to step back up. So from the front, I finish, and I step back up. All right, so we ended here. And for this next movement, we'll step out to our Qigong stance, feet in line with the knees in line with the hips. And what we're going to do is as we breathe in, we'll interlace the fingers by the dantian. When we breathe up the center line, and then pushing out with no force, but I'm breathing out here. With that breath out, we'll come down. We'll then come back up and breathe in. And then breathe out. There's a slight forward bend here. And I'll do from the side in a second. Then we come down. And so I'll demonstrate from the side. So breathing in. Breathing out. And for those of you who are a little bit more advanced or have the flexibility and it's available to you, breathing in, breathing out, and bending over. I'm not locking my knees here. They still have a slight bend in them. And then I would breathe in all the way up, letting my spine come up slowly as to protect it. And then breathing out. All the way down. Soft knees. Again, we're not locking them out. Breathing up, slowly protecting the spine. And then at the end, I would end there. So from the front as I'm coming up, again, and then relax as I sink back into my normal Qigong stance. This next Qigong movement I lovingly call Iron Man breath because it reminds me of the Marvel Universe with Iron Man's hands, and you'll see why. So, again, normal Qigong stance, and as we breathe in, the wrists come up to about maybe rib, like right under the chest height. At the peak of the breath, we're here. And then as I make that circle back, I start to breathe out. And I flex the palms. And again, like Iron Man flying in the sky, that's why I call it that breath. And then we bring the hands back, they go back to normal. And we create that wheel again. So we breathe in. And then start to breathe out. And repeat, breathing in. And then breathing out. From the side, so you can see the circle that I'm creating here. Breathing in. And then as I breathe out, and breathe in. And then breathe out. Again, letting out that grief that we maybe have accumulated, breathing in. And then breathe out. When I'm done, I just go back to my normal stance. And from the front, just normal Qigong stance. This next movement is crane ming to the side. And so just like the one to the front, we breathe in here. We'll then twist the waist, keeping the knees straight, and then go down the side as we breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And then I'll demonstrate to the side, breathing out. So to the side, breathing in, twisting down, breathe out. And then you'll see me towards the camera this time, breathing in, breathing out. When we're done with the movement, we just sort of step up a bit. So as I finish the movement, it's a little bit wider for this stance, so I might step in just a little bit and just adjust myself. So that concludes the moving portions of the Qigong. And the next we'll be doing massage and Pai Da, or body tapping, to really lead, guide, and seal in the work that we've done with the Qi. So we'll begin by placing our fingertips in the middle of our sternum here. Now, of course, the microphone, of course, is right where I need it to be, but I'll do it on the upper part of my chest. And so I'll breathe in here, and then I drag the fingers across the chest, breathing out, guiding the energy, the excess, away from the heart and the lungs. And again, I breathe in, and then breathe out slowly as I pull the fingertips across the muscles. Now I do this 3 to 5 times, one more time. And breathing out. And that's the first part of the massage in Pai Da. For this next part about the massage in Pai Da, we're going to lead our Qi down the arms, and we're going to pat to sort of store it in. And so I'll begin by placing the right hand over the left chest here. I'm going to breathe in, and then start to lead with my palm as I breathe out down the center line of my arm, down past the fingertips and off. I'll breathe in over left hand over right chest and start to lead that energy down the middle of my arm as I breathe out and off the hand. Again, then breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. One last time on the right side. Then, as I've let that energy down, I will now sort of cement it in, if you will, and I will breathe in. As I'm breathing out, I'll tap down the center line of the arm, then breathing in, breathing out, and again 2 more times, right? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and then 1 more time, and that would conclude then the leading and the tapping of the arms and that energy. All right, for this movement, we're going to be sort of circling the energy around the heart and the lungs. So we will have our hands, excuse me, near the right side of our chest. Okay, so we start at the lower right side, roughly about, I'd say, where maybe your liver would actually be. And we're going to breathe in. As I breathe in, I circle the hands up and around to like the upper left side of my chest, okay? And then here, I will then breathe out. Till I get back to that beginning point, in which then I will breathe in again. Breathing in, nice and slow, not trying to rush the movement by any means. Again, I'm still leading and guiding energy here. And then breathing out, nice and slow. And then 1 more time. And then upper left side, start to breathe out. So now in the next time, so we've done 3 repetitions of that. This next time, we'll start to lead the energy down, the legs around that energy. So again, I'm still breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, circling the energy. About here, I start to exhale, but it's nice, slow, and smooth, because I have to exhale all the way down the front of my body here, down the front of my legs, over the knees, down the front of the shins, and then off the feet. So I want that to be nice, one long inhale, and I'm holding that breath as I come back up, that exhale, until my hands come to the right side of my lower pec again, in which case then I'll start to breathe in here, and then exhale, nice and slow. And your hands can hover above the body, they can touch the body. Yi Dao, Qi Dao, where the mind goes, the energy flows. So again, there's a visualization aspect to this as well. And one more time, we do this 3 times. Again, so we're breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Exhaling nice and slow, not rushing anything. Just allowing that energy to, and visualizing it, come down the front of the body, following the hands and off the feet. And after 3 times, then we come back to our normal position. After our massage and Pai Da, we will then close out with the Chen Village closing. So we'll step out a little bit wider than normal. So just a little bit past our shoulders, ensuring that, again, the knees are still over the feet here. The feet are in line. The hips are solid and over that, okay? We don't have to bend super low for this. Again, we can just have it normal height, okay? Just a little bit of air out of the knees. So again, we'll begin by hands here by the hara, okay, or by the dantian. Breathe in. And then behind the head. And then breathe out. Sink a little bit. And then breathe in. Behind the head. Down the front here. Sinking. Breathing in. Still breathing in. Breathing out. Again, this can be done 3 to 5 times or so. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. We'll step back. We'll hold our hands over the dantian, with that space right below our navel. And we'll just sort of take a couple deep breaths here. Feel that energy settling into our middle here, into our dantian, our little battery. And when it's settled, we can move on to salute out. All right, and we're at the end, so we'll salute out. And again, we just thank those who've come before, our ancestors, those present, and those future teachers. We then connect out and salute those in the class. And then the left hand becomes holding the candlestick, and the back hand here circles around up to the top as the flame of the candle, and the flame never dies, and so it waves as we salute those who have come before, again, who are here now, and future teachers. And that is our Lohan salute out.